Yo, thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source, your source for celeb news. Now, today we have Meek Mill reacting to DJ Akademiks. Guess who's banned from Twitch and Complex? The game speaks about his social media absence, and Jay looking to get someone fired. Are you one of them? Are you the person? Yo, we certainly hope not. Thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source. If this is your first time to the channel, be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you can be first in line for the content, and be sure to hit the like button, because how else will we know that you like us? Salute and respect to young mother-loving D23, coming through with the first like, generally, often hitting us with the first comments, and when he wants, is first in line with a view on a couple of our vids. Much respect. Yo, we appreciate you, bruh. Yo, beat him to being first if you can. Show him what to do, young, and we bet not get any excuses from you, big dog. Alright? Now, first on deck. No, not young mother-loving D23. First on deck is Meek Mill and his response to DJ Akademiks. Now, if you've been in a cave for the past few days, you're well aware of if you haven't been in a cave for the past few days, then you're well aware of the fact that Meek Mill and Akademiks have been trading barbs, with AK calling Meek Mill a bully, and Meek essentially telling Akademiks to keep his name out his mouth. Now, Akademiks went full self-destruct mode for a second and blew up on Meek, Freddie Gibbs, Chrissy Teigen, and John Legend before Complex and Twitch pulled the plug and let Akademiks know that he was temporarily banned from the platforms. Oh, you didn't know? Well, in the midst of his volleyball Twitter battle with Freddie Gibbs, Akademiks went on Twitch and set landmines for Drake, Chrissy Teigen, John Legend, and Meek Mill before stepping on one of the landmines himself and landing himself in a social media prison of sorts. And according to Streamer Band's Twitch partner, Akademiks has been banned for and we don't know for how long. Now, back to Meek. In consideration of the ban, Meek Mill came through and squeezed a lemon in Akademiks' wounds by stating the following on social media. He said, quote, "and banned from the trenches," close quote, which sounds like it was alluding to a cancellation of sorts for the DJ. But Akademiks' response was priceless, to say the least. He stated, quote, "You swear cats trying to be in the trenches. We online," close quote. Essentially telling Meek Mill that the world of social media is not to be confused with the trenches. Trenches are long, narrow ditches dug into the ground where soldiers used to live. They were very muddy, uncomfortable, and the toilets often overflowed. The conditions of the trenches often caused some soldiers to develop medical problems. Akademiks is saying what he's been banned from is not nowhere near the trenches. He's been banned from Twitch, a safe place where if you say mean things, they suspend your account, meaning it's not as hard as the trenches. Now, DJ Akademiks was banned or suspended also from Complex for 2 episodes. So maybe by the time you hear this, maybe tomorrow, he'll be back on Complex. All right. Now, more importantly, Akademiks pulled a real man move, and I do mean a real man move and not a real man move. Anyway, AK pulled a real man move and apologized for his actions like a real man would and should. Now, I'm assuming Complex didn't put him up to it, but he apologized for his actions and particularly what he said of a few, quote, a few women. Now, I noted that he didn't mention any names in particular, which I think might have made for a better apology, but that's easy for me to say here in the trenches. Anyhow, take a listen to the apology.
I feel like it's been, a very tumultuous time for me. It's like me versus a bunch of rappers, a bunch of other stuff going on. And while, again, I think that's just par for the course with just being someone who's outspoken and someone who, tries to stick to my point and I'm opinionated. I do think, I believe even Wayno brought it up before. And I think even Deska doubled down on it. It was like, do you think you ever crossed the line? I definitely want to, start off by kind of apologizing for some of the stuff that, has been going on outside of the show. And in particular, while I'm defending myself versus rapper A, rapper B, all these other people, I think I definitely went over the line when I was, addressing a few women, and I just felt that just wasn't right. Just after thinking about it, like even seeing the clip, it looks nasty. And truth be told, given everything that's going on, not only in the world, given what's going on with, the current climate of even at Complex, and also, former employees and current employees. Also working with the desk as someone who, I have a lot of love for. I just felt it was just completely out of pocket, and something that I had to, admit that, you can't be a hypocrite saying you're going to be an ally and stand for, riding for causes that, matter to like people like your co-host Adeska, and then, do these other things or say these other things. So, I want to officially offer an apology, and I've also spoke to Complex leadership about it, and they as well agree that it was out of pocket. So I'm extending my apology to not only the Deska but anyone who may have been offended. And with that being said, I think what's necessary is we have to have some type of action. And I talked to Complex leadership, and I'm going to be taking the next 2 episodes off. They agree with it. I agree with it. And when we do come back from our break, so there is going to be a break, there's going to be 2 episodes without me. So I just wanted to apologize sooner before, just kind of letting it lie, because, that would be the path of least resistance and just the easy way to go out. But we can't address things like this like suckers, you know what I mean? So I want to apologize to everyone. And again, you guys will see me. We're going to have 2 episodes without me, but I just officially want to put my apology on the table.
Respect for apologizing, AK. I like that. And it sounded like it hurt. Now, yesterday we hit you with a curious story of August Alsina, who claims that he was. You got to listen to the video if you missed it. I was a little bit going in. Okay, I mean, like, emotionally. All right, I didn't cry or nothing like that, but August Alsina, who claims that he was given a blessing by Will Smith to indulge himself in an intimate or deep relationship with Jada Pinkett, Will Smith's wife. Now, Tisha Campbell said her piece on the subject, which was covered in yesterday's vid, and Jada's response to Alsina's allegations were, quote, "There's some healing that needs to happen, so I'm bringing myself to the red table," close quote. Really? Some healing? I smell bait. Like I'm being baited to watch the red table talk. You got to be a little more clever than that, Jada. I'm going to hit you with the info as soon as I watch to see what she says at the red table. Word is, she helped heal wounds that August Alsina had from past trauma, including the death of both his siblings and a Percocet addiction, which brings me to another thought. It's possible when someone gives advice or counsel and helps you through a trauma, it's completely possible to fall in love with them. You know what I'm talking about? Usher made a song about that. Remember? You make me wanna, he said, quote, "Before anything began between us, you were like my best friend." Remember he said that? The one I used to run and talk to when me and my girl was having problems. Then he went on to say, "You used to say it'll be okay, suggest the nice things I should do. And when I go home at night and lay my head down, last thing I think about was you." And now look at him. He's telling all of us, Jada, about your dirty little secret. I don't want to believe it. But the whole thing is so outlandish. I said this yesterday. It's so outlandish. It's so unusual. In my head, I'm saying more and more, it's got to be true. We're so broken. I tell folks all the time, that's why I go to church. I'm sick. I need help. But at least I know. See? That's usually the first step to getting help. Now, the game has explained the reason for his hiatus from social media. The game is known to frequently be one to post on social media what's going on, but he has recently been absent only to return and address why he stayed away with a heartfelt message that he posted on Instagram stating the following. He said, quote, "Took me a full day for the tears to stop. And it's not that I'm emotionally devastated, but simply that I'm in so much pain. that my heart can't even gather the strength to produce another drop. He added with all of this a picture of his grandmother who recently passed away. So clearly, his heart was super broken and emotional because he loves his grandmother, man. He said, "My queen, my angel, the very reason from which my name was created. It was always you, the strength, the glue that held the family together for as long as I can remember. From you chasing me around the dining room table with the belt. Respect, Grandma. To you coming out on stage for my first show in Los Angeles. Respect, Grandma. I've always known how much you loved me. I'm weakened by the simple fact that I'll never see you again in physical form, and that hurts me to the depths of my soul, Grandma. Your not being here is probably the worst pain I've experienced to date. Going back in my mind and replaying all the memories we created throughout my childhood has been all I can get myself to do today. After I got shot, you nursed me back to health. 2 months in the house every day, feeding me soup and helping me walk till I was whole again. A piece of me is forever gone, and I could really feel that emptiness." Yo, close quote. Game, if you listening, I know we a small channel, man, but if you just so happen to stumble onto this bad boy, man, and if you listening, man, Celeb Source sends our regards, man. We send our regards, we send our condolences your way, brother. All right, stay strong. Now, Jay-Z's Rock Nation has recently announced that their annual music festival, Made in America, will be canceled because of the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. "Oh, we tired of the pandemic. We opening up our states." Talk is now largely taking its toll on U.S. citizens who think they are impervious to the sickness because they just don't feel like getting sick. I don't feel like getting sick, so we opening up the states. I'm going to eat out around everybody else, and I'm going to parties and clubs and all that other kind of foolishness. Oh, by the way, I believe there to be a few concerts going on amidst the pandemic. I understand artists are losing money, but I don't know about that. Now, the letter on Instagram from Rock Nation says the following: 2020 is a year like no other. We're in a pivotal time in this nation's history. Collectively, we're fighting parallel pandemics, COVID-19, systematic racism, and police brutality. Now is the time to protect the health of our artists, fans, partners, and community, as well as focus on our support for organizations and individuals fighting for social justice and equality in our country. Now, Team Rock, the social justice aspect of what Jay-Z does is putting pressure on the Milwaukee County District Attorney, calling for the firing of a police officer by the name of Joseph Mensah, who ended the life of 3 men of color. Now, I don't want folks telling me what to do with my money, but I don't mind someone giving me great ideas of where to put my money. Now, Jay-Z, lyrically, I've never been a great big fan, right, of Jay. That's just what it is. It's just true. Yeah, I'm just being real here. Now, I'm not sure why I haven't been a fan. Some people that you just don't mesh with them. Okay. Now, The Takeover and Where I'm From burnt down a few houses. By the way, if you get a chance, look up the Holy Ghost version of The Takeover by a channel called Crown Chasers with a Z at the end. I was looking for The Takeover by Jay, and I bumped into that, and I was pleasantly surprised. Anyhow, The Takeover, Where I'm From, those fire. Most of his other tracks, to me, no. Some folks are like, how dare you? Because I like what I like. Anyhow, if artists that make millions invested their funds like Jay-Z, whose business mindset outranks most in his class, no question, if they invested their funds in a social justice arm of their organization, imagine where we would be. If Meek Mill, and he's just on the top of my head, right? If Meek Mill, and maybe he does, maybe he's working on it. If Dream Chasers had a social justice arm that looked into social justice issues and helped correct them, that would be what's up. Maybe Dream Chasers has that, and I just don't know about it. And I mentioned Dream Chasers because they on my mind. When I looked up a clip of Dream Chasers, I saw clips, and it might not be the real Dream Chasers. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I'm not sure. But I saw clips of big dudes threatening people with violence. You know who else threatens people with violence? The police. Yo, you know how incredible it would be to know if things go wrong for people like me, teenagers like me. I can tell my people, yo, man, get Dream Chasers on the phone. They can make this right. And I'm talking social justice, not, a jaded form of street justice where folks do things and wild out. All right? You like, yo, son, make your own money and do it yourself. Okay, fine. Yo, we gonna try to do it ourselves to make a social justice a social justice arm for multiple organizations. I don't have the money right now, but surely someone listening could pull it off. Now, I don't care who does it first. Just do it and make the world better than how you found it. If you're making the world worse on purpose, then what are you good for, man? Yo, I'm sorry. You like, yo, man, ain't you supposed to be giving me the news? Yo, I'm trying to help you, man. Trying to get someone to help you out. Pump your brakes. My bad. Jay-Z is calling for the firing and prosecution of this police officer who showed a complete disregard for the lives of 3 young men. Now, Team Rock is asking that each bullet fired from an officer's weapon be carefully scrutinized, to which I say, facts. Team Rock also stated, quote, "We are calling for your office to prosecute Mensah to ensure that he never kills anyone again and to immediately outfit all your police officers with body cameras. It is your responsibility to do the right thing, hold Mensah accountable for his actions, and protect Wauwatosa citizens from further tragedy. Mensah must also be decertified and fired from the police force immediately, effective immediately, close quote. Please fire this man and then put him under the jail. The man didn't administer CPR. He doesn't turn on his dash cam. Under the jail. Put him under the jail. Imagine me at my job not doing what they hired me to do. They would give me the boot. Yo, let us know what you think. Should artists be encouraged, damn near applauded, when they create social justice arms within their organizations that combat injustices against minorities? Yo, I think it helps level the playing field. Yo, but who am I, right? I'm just a lowly YouTuber that's just, trying to make $1. Yo, speak to us in the comments. Let us know your thoughts. Trust me, we read them. Diane Long, am I lying? Yo, thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source, your source for celeb news.